Hello there, friends, and welcome back to my channel. It's Amy here, and today I'm going to bring to you another segment of my monthly favorite photos. So this is my favorite photo for January 2025. Yes, it actually snowed in Charleston, South Carolina, and those of you who know me know how much I love snow, so I was just so giddy when I woke up to snow that stuck, and we had several inches, so it was really kind of cool. And this is the snowman that my husband and I made. I always wanted to make an upside down snowman, and we did just that, so I thought it was the perfect photo for my January page. So this is my Stories I Love album. It's my Photos I Love album. I actually started this in 2024. I still need to make a title page, but this whole concept was inspired by Stacy Julian. She encouraged us to document one photo every month from our phone, and it's super simple. I just use my stash and do a photo. There's really no journaling and other than the month of the year. So here is where I'm going to start 2025, because I had so much fun doing it in 2024 that I want to do it in 2025. So we are going to get started. And what I was really excited about with this photo is Stampin' Up! Just came out with a new set of dies in their January through April new mini idea book. It's called Around It All Dies. And look at these dies. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12 kind of wobbly circles. And I love them. There's so much we can do with these. There's actually a fun stamp set that goes with it. But how perfect are these circles to make a snowman? So I was so excited to get these out and use them. This is going to be my first time using them. And I did already, just to save time, I cut some on my die cut machine with the glimmer paper, and I'm not sure if we're going to do these sizes. I mean, it's perfect, or if I'm going to do, let's see if I can pick this up. Let me get my spatula. Or if I am going to do that size. So we'll kind of see how our page comes together. But the Photos I Love is done on a 6x8 size album. So I did cut a base page out of my white willow, and then I just went through my papers. So I thought that these all kind of coordinated quite nicely with the photo. I thought about adding some red for the red dots, the red buttons, but I decided to stick with blues and browns. So these are actually scraps that came from a variety of collections. I will list everything I use in the description box below, but this is from the Reindeer Memories. This is from the Winter Meadows and the Winter Meadows DSP. This is from, I think it's Festive something from Stampin' Up. This is Sentimental Christmas. And this is Gnomes for Winter. This was a close to my heart collection. But I will list everything in the description box and check to see what is still available. And then what I did, again, just to save time, is I did some matting of some of the different papers. And the photo size is 3x4, which most of the photos in this Photos I Love album have been 3x4. And that works really well on this 6x8 size. I love the 6x8 size because it's not overwhelming. And so then what I did is I cut a strip that is, I believe this is 3.5. Yeah, 3.5 by 8. And I thought that would be cute because it's got, you know, snow and frosty and air and you melt my heart and all those fun words. At first I was thinking about doing some stamping, but then I pulled that paper. I'm like, oh, that will be perfect. And then I took scraps from all of those collections and I just cut 1-inch strips, 3/4-inch strips, and 1/2-inch strips. And I thought I could just add them down here like this. And you know what? I just had an idea. Do you know what might be kind of cool? Is to do some distressing of like down at the bottom. We can distress with our scissors or with an edge distresser. So this is a very old edge distresser. If you still have one, you can use that, or you could very simply use your scissors. And if you use your scissors, what I recommend, let me just finish this so you can see it just kind of roughs up the edge. Go ahead and use your scissors, and you don't even have to open them up because then that will dull it. Just go like this and it will dull it, or it will distress your paper. And this just kind of reminds me of kind of like snowdrifts. And so then we can glue these pieces down. So I'll go ahead and adhere them. I kind of put them a little bit underneath each other just to, I don't know, it just reminds me, I don't want to do snowflakes by snowflakes. We'll do this one. It kind of reminds me of like snowdrifts. So what I will do is adhere all of these to my base page, and I'm using that white willow as a base just so that the page has some, it gives it more of a sturdy stability. So everything, so it won't be flimsy. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and adhere this, and then we'll move on. All right, so there we go. There are all our strips. And now it's a matter of placing our photo. So I was thinking, I know this is kind of busy, but I'm enjoying all the mixtures of the different patterns and texture. And I did do the blue mat to help. I wonder if I should maybe let's cut the mat slightly bigger, and that might make it a little less, it might help the photo to stay in focus. So I'm going to go maybe 4 by 5 because the picture is 3 by 4. Let's see if this makes a difference. Well, that might be too much, but let's see. He's just so cute. Okay, so then I did pull my around the bend dies, and I use this stitched little bend, if you will, and I thought I could create some snow hills, even though there's no hills in our backyard, but I thought that might be fun. And then we could kind of ground the snowman. So let's do the bigger snowman. You know, do something like that. And then I pulled in the winterly treetops. And one thing I always talk about with the dies from the stamp sets from Stampin' Up! Is they always include a lot more dies than just the dies that coordinate with the stamps. So there's this die right here, and that looked like twigs. So I cut that from Early Espresso cardstock, and that could be the arms. And maybe I'll do them a little like this. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. Just so it will fit in the page protector. So we could go like that. I'm liking that. And then I will need to do the face of the snowman. And that might be kind of tricky. I wonder if I should draw the eyes. Oh no, I could use dots. We could use dots for the eyes, and dots for the buttons and the mouth. And then I wanted to find some boots. So then I remembered from way back when Stampin' Up! Had this set, not way back when, it was from the September to December, the Warms My Heart, and these boots right here. So I took the stamp set, the image, this one, and I stamped just the boots, and I pulled out my black colored pencil, and I thought we could color these in and then just cut these out. So I am just really shopping my stash, using papers from several different collections. I'm using dies from several different collections and stamped images from different collections. And it's just really kind of fun. And that's what this whole concept is for my monthly favorite photo, is to just shop your stash and use what you have. So I'll pull out some of my embellishments to do the facial features on the snowman. And by the way, my daughter decided to name the snowman Frederick. And it was so nice because we did it in the backyard, which was kind of a bummer because nobody on our cul-de-sac could see him. But the snow was better in the back. It was better to pack. And I would look out my kitchen window and he was just there smiling at me. And I was really sad when he melted. But maybe he'll come back again, kind of like Frosty. So we could put the boots like that. And then we'll add the facial features and everything. I think this will work, and I think I'm going to keep this sapphire cardstock. That's from Close to My Heart, but Knighted Navy would work, or Misty Moonlight, or there's also a blueberry color would work. So again, I will list everything in the description box below. And then the only other thing I need to do is do the month, because on every page, that's the only journaling I really do. So at the beginning of the year, I started out with a very old retired stamp collection from Close to My Heart. But then I got the mini alphabet dies from Stampin' Up! And you've seen me use these a lot. I love these. So what's cool about these is you get multiple letters, and you can run this through in one pass. And then these are for the other languages. And so how I like to use them is I pulled my adhesive sheets, and these come in 6x12 sheets. There's 12 sheets in there. And then I have my brushed foil paper. You get gold and silver with this collection. And so what I'm going to do, because I use the mini alphabet dies so much. I'm going to go ahead and trim this. If you have not used the adhesive sheets yet, I encourage you to give them a try because they are going to make your life so much easier. You're more or less creating your own stickers. And what's nice about this is once you run it through your die cut machine, then you can just peel the adhesive off and you don't have to worry about adding adhesive. So there is like a perforation, for lack of a better word, on the back of these. So I'm going to take one side of that perforation and just stick it down. And I like to cut my adhesive sheets slightly smaller so that I don't get my die cut machine all sticky, because this stuff is sticky. And I did notice that this is a little bit shorter or a little bit longer than my paper. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors for my sticky stuff and I'm just going to trim this like that. Then I can take that off. And now this whole sheet of foil paper is a sticker. So I'm going to run this through my die cut machine and then I'll adhere all of this and we'll embellish Frederick and we'll be done. All right, so I just ran the alphabet die through, so I wanted to show you in case you haven't seen this. I'm just punching these out with my fingers. They come out pretty easily. It's kind of thick, this foil paper, and then with the adhesive sheets, you could run it through 2 passes if you wanted to and use your take your pick tool, but this works. You can see it's pretty easy. And then what I like to do is take my take your pick tool and then I will just punch out the centers. So I ran the dies through twice because there's a lot of A's in January. And then you'll have a lot of extra letters, so you'll have them on hand when you need them. And what I do is just take one of the envelope, these plastic envelopes that all the dies come in, that have the stamp sets that have coordinating dies that I will put on magnet sheets and with my stamp set. So then all these dies came in a plastic envelope like that. So now that they're all stored with my stamp set, I have empty envelopes. So I will put all of my letters in the empty envelopes. And the last time I demonstrated this, I said my envelope was getting pretty full with all different colored letters. So what I actually think I'm going to start doing is separating them by color. So that way it will be easier for me to find them. So wanted to share that with you.